In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a Monero solo mining node using a ZimaOS. In previous videos, I covered both Umbro and ZimaOS for setting up a mining pool, basically a solo mining pool that you can point your miners to and solo mine a coin of choice. And today I'm going to walk you through how to do that with Monero. So Monero is a tad different in that there's a couple extra steps you need to do, but it's not too bad. And so I'm going to be walking you through the process today with ZimaOS. Now, if you're doing this on Umbro, it's pretty straightforward. You just install my custom apps for the node, the wallet, and then you need to install the legacy apps. I'm not going to cover Umbro today, but I am going to cover ZimaOS because there's an additional step you need to do in ZimaOS that you don't have to do in Umbro. And there's basically a command you have to run. So we're going to start off kind of with a fresh install here. So I'm going to go to the App Store on my Zima system. And first thing I need to do, I need to add my custom app store. So let me go ahead and grab that URL. And we're going to hit add. We're going to plug in our URL. Hit add here. And so now we have the RetroMic app store here. So we can click the drop down over here and go to, we actually have to give this a refresh. And then go app store, and then we should have a drop down, and we should see RetroMic as an option, which we do. And so these are my apps. We're going to install Postgres first. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go into this. I'm going to do custom so I can set up the folder mapping here and make sure this is the right path. Which for me, that should be the right path. And so we're going to put that into a Postgres folder there. And we're going to leave everything else as default. Let's go ahead and hit install here. And we can just say continue in the background there. We can let that install in the background. Then we can go back to the App Store. And we're going to go back to RetroMic category here. And we want to install the Monero node. So once again, I'm going to click drop down, go to custom install here. And we're going to scroll down a little bit. And I just want to make sure that my folder mapping is correct, which it is. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And scroll down, and we're going to hit install. This is going to install and start the Monero node. If you don't already have Dozzle installed, I'd recommend installing Dozzle for sure so that you can keep an eye on the logs. And in fact, if we open Dozzle and we go to XMR, we can see that it is running. So it started up. And it is synchronizing. So now what we need to do is we want to click the three dots here on the node, and we're going to go to settings. And we're going to click this little terminal button here. And this allows us to run commands within the container. So we're going to do /usr/local/bin /monero-wallet-cli space. We're going to do --daemon-port space 9009 because we're running this on a custom port. And then we're going to do --generate-new-wallet space. And this is very important, /root/.bitmonero/default. And I will include this in the video description below so you can just copy and paste it in. But we're going to hit enter here. It's going to ask us to enter a password for our wallet. Basically, this process is going to create a wallet private key for us. We're going to give this wallet a password of just poolpassword. And we're going to confirm that. And this is going to be the wallet that the node runs under and that, more importantly, the pool connects to or uses to receive the block reward and then to pay out to your miner address. And then you can hit 1 here for English, hit enter. And when this is going to pop up, you want to hit N for no. Basically, by default, it wants to enable background mining. We don't want to do that here. So we're just going to say N. We're going to hit enter. And then we're just going to type the word exit. And then we can close out of this. At this point, it has created a wallet private key for us. And so now we want to go back to the App Store. And we want to go and install the XMR, so the Monero XMR Wallet. We're going to click on this. We're going to do custom here. Now, it's very important that you map this to the same folder that you mapped your node to. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And for me, that's going to be /media/ZimaOS-HD/node data/XMR. And right here under your daemon address, you want this to be the IP address of your system. So for me, it is already correct. And scroll down and hit install. We can see that install completed. So now if we click on this, it's going to bring us in the Dozzle. And if we go to the XMR wallet, we can see that it is basically connected to the node, and the wallet has basically refreshed. It's got that one account. So we're good to go there. Now we want to install the Miningcore web UI so we can set up our configuration files. Now, you do have to run the legacy version of both the web UI and Miningcore. So we're going to start with the web UI, and we're just going to pop this open. We're going to hit custom here. I just want to confirm some paths here. So we're going to basically store this in Miningcore_legacy. So that's good. But these, we want to change all of these to be the IP address of this system. So this is going to be 192.168.1.101 for all of these for me. So I'm just going to switch all 4 of these. So it's going to be the API base URL, the Miningcore host, the Postgres host, and the Stratum host. And go ahead and hit install here. And now we can open up the web UI. And we can go to pool configuration. And we're going to hit setup database schema. We're going to hit refresh master coin list. And then we are going to toggle on Monero. Hit generate pool config. Okay. Now we can head back on over to Zima and we can install the legacy Miningcore. Now you do, as I mentioned, you do need to run the legacy version. The latest version of Miningcore, for whatever reason, the randomX logic isn't working right with Monero. I'm not sure if it'll work with other randomX forks or not, but for our purposes, we're basically sticking with Monero, and so we want to run the legacy. Now, you can run both the legacy and the regular one in parallel. See, if you notice, I got a BSV node on here. I could run the regular one, the newest version, with pointing to BSV node and running a BSV pool. And then I could leave the legacy to just running the Monero solo pool. So that is perfectly fine. We're going to come down here and we're just going to confirm our mappings here. So everything looks good there. And we're going to say install. Now that that's installed, let's hop back on over to the web UI. Give this a refresh. And you can see we've got our Monero pool. And our node is fully synced already. So we should be able to mine to this. So to test that, I'm going to hop on over to MMPOS. I've already set up a miner profile in a pool, pointing to my local pool. So we can see if we go down to Monero local, you can see I've already got one pointing to my local pool. So we're going to go ahead and let's just hop on over and we'll take this system and we're going to switch the profile on that one to be the Monero local. Hit switch. And we're going to give this a minute, and we should see our miner count go up. And we refresh there, we can see we've got our miner count now. That hash rate is still kind of ramping up at the time it took the hash rate snapshot. But if we head on over and look at the miners, you can see our mining address here, along with our hash rate. We go to dashboard, we can plug that in, hit search, and we can see that our worker is connected. We are getting shares, and so if a block does get hit, then we will get that payout. So that is all that is needed to get a Monero pool up and running on your own system.